Hey, this is Darren with One Bad Wheel Fantasy NASCAR Racing Cheat Sheet, and I recently wrote a article here on my number one Yahoo Sports fantasy auto racing tip. And what that basically boils down to in a nutshell is that driver management is so important on the Yahoo game. A lot of you are going to go, duh, but to me, I never really got that because I never really put much time into thinking about my gameplay on the Yahoo game. I've always just been mid-pack. I've never done really well, and at the end of the season, I'll look at my driver usage and realize, I didn't take advantage of the drivers as I could have. Well, this year there's several people that I wanted to join their Yahoo Sports leagues, and I'm determined that this year I'm not going to be the guy, below the 50% line down there towards the bottom of the league. I want to be the guy leading the league or be right up front. And so I was really, as I was putting together the loop data and thinking about what's the best way to really do good on the Yahoo game, I did a little bit of math and I realized it was an aha moment for me that if I go into the beginning of the year saying, okay, these drivers I want to run X amount of times and plan for that through the year, that is going to be a lot more productive points-wise for me than if I just look at every week and say, okay, let's see, this week I'll run this guy, or no, I don't want to run Matt Kenseth this week on my B group because I want to run him, next week or whatever, and I'm trying to save up drivers. I'm not getting maximum usage out of drivers because I really haven't done the math to see that, I can afford to use Kenseth here, and here, and get all 9 starts out of them. So that's my goal this year, is to pick the drivers in the B group especially. It's just so important in the B group because you got to get the most points you can out of these B group drivers, to say, these drivers I want to use 9 times and plan how I'm going to use them through the year. And then the beauty of that is that I can go in knowing that there's certain drivers that I never even have to use. I don't have to use Elliott Sadler ever if I plan out that I'm going to use Matt Kenseth 9 times and Casey Kane 9 times, Jeff Burton 9 times, Clint Boyer, Dale Jr., etc. So what I've done here for the members of the site is taken and listed the A drivers and the B drivers. And what I've done here is here are the drivers in the A group, and I've taken along the top, this first race of the season, Daytona, and then Auto Club in Las Vegas, and I've put their NASCAR Loop Data driver rating under each of them. And the light blue color, those are your actually those are 4 drivers who have the best average starting position. That's just a little extra bonus here on the spreadsheet that you can look at, because you get bonus qualifying points even if your guy's on the bench. So you can pick your best driver here out of this group and have him active, but you also might want to pick one of the guys in the blue to be your bench guy, because chances are he's going to have a better starting position than some of the other drivers. So what I did is I took all the way across all of the driver rankings, did that for the B group as well. And again, like I was saying, I predetermined that here, Clint Boyer, Dale Jr., Matt Kenseth, these are guys that I want to get 9 starts out of this season. The other guys, Jeff Burton, we get 7 starts. Brian Vickers will give about 5 starts. But anyways, because you want to get them to where they're going to add up to 72 down here. And I went across, actually how I did it is I took and bolded the 9 best tracks for every person here, as if I was going to start each of them 9 times. And what I did then kind of was I whittled through and reduced it down over the drivers to the 2 drivers that I want to run at each track. And kind of the theory that I used was there might be a better driver at like here at Auto Club. I picked to go with Brian Vickers and Matt Kenseth. Now there's some other drivers that have a better driver rating. Kevin Harvick has a better driver rating than Brian Vickers. I'm going to decide to go with Brian Vickers because I knew I wanted to get some usage out of him as well. That wasn't a good example. What I really wanted to show you was that sometimes you favor a weaker driver in lieu of using the best driver there, because you can only use the best drivers 9 times. So sometimes you want to give favor to a weaker driver if it's his best track. So these are my rankings that I've gone through. And again, on the spreadsheet, I've given you basically just the raw data here so that you can manipulate it, any way that you want and do your picks and whatever your method is. And then just, so you can see kind of what I did, the two drivers that I picked that I'm going to make active. And then again, the blue, uh, so in this case in Michigan, I would pick these two drivers here. Whoever's on line 3 and line 5, because that's way over, Brian Vickers and Dale Jr. at Michigan as my active drivers. And then I could pick one of these other drivers that I got in blue, or two of them, to be my bench drivers because chances are they might qualify good. So I got that for the A drivers as well. My picks on through. Now, of course, you don't get to use the A drivers as much. I chose that I wanted to use Jimmy Johnson 9 times, and it really stacked him up here at the end of the season for usage. Here's where the chase starts. So, because you know how good Jimmy is through the chase, so I'm using him there. Uh, so that's what we got. I'd love to hear some of the people that are going to use this cheat sheet for the Yahoo games, how they manipulate it and use it. I think we can get some good discussion on this page, and hope it's really helpful. Thanks.